Making his way into the arena earlier this evening, it is our co-main event fighter, Garrett Mueller. Now, his last outing was in Bellator. He has had a bit of a layoff, so he is ready to come back.
Yeah, Garrett Mueller told us he is excited for this fight tonight.
But we have the heavyweights coming up. It is Bellator veteran Matt Uhde. He'll be taking on Anthony Garrett.
Let's bring out our next bout of the evening, Matt Uhde.
Coming to the cage tonight, it is Matt Uhde. He comes to us by way of the Caveman Crew in Kansas City, Kansas. Now, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belt has fought several times in the world of Bellator, including fights against Houston Alexander and Maurice Jackson. Now, I was at the fight with Maurice Jackson, and he suffered a gigantic cut on the back of his head that literally, it was actually a doctor stoppage due to cut on the back of his head. It was so bad.
That's a crazy spot for a cut, especially to stop a fight. Must have been a huge cut.
Now, Uhde is an All-American defensive end in college football, a true consummate athlete. He told me he wants to keep this fight standing and avoid the takedown because he likes the punches and bunches.
Let's bring out his opponent tonight, Anthony Garrett.
Anthony Garrett is absolutely a fan favorite here in Kansas City at the Ameristar Casino. As he makes his way to the cage tonight, he comes to us by way of Overland Park, Kansas, training out of American Jiu-Jitsu alongside vets like Bobby Volker. Now, as we get ready here to go to our supplement superstore's tail of the tape, Matt Uhde, 42 years old, 6'4", 259.9 pounds out of Kansas City, Kansas. Anthony Garrett, 27 years old, 6'5", 255 pounds out of Overland Park, Kansas. The standing thing here is the age difference between the two fighters.
Yeah, everything else is pretty similar to big, tall, solid heavyweights. You know, the age difference, 42 and 27. You know, at some point, training such a tough sport like MMA, your body starts to break down. When is that going to happen for Mike Uhde?
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, fighting out of the blue corner this evening, he stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. He weighs in at 259.9 pounds. Fighting out of Kansas City, Kansas, Matt Uhde. His opponent tonight, fighting from across the cage out of the red corner this evening. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall. He weighs in at 255.4 pounds. Fighting out of Overland Park, Kansas, Anthony Garrett.
Kevin, the cool thing about these guys, both of them college football players, and both of them found the world of MMA through the Bartender's Brawl.
You know, being college football players is going to tell me that both of these heavyweights are going to be athletic, pretty nimble, be able to move.
Quick touch of the gloves. Now, Matt Uhde did have a shorter training camp due to a knee injury, so we're going to see how that plays out in this contest. Oh, big hand there coming from Garrett, but immediately Uhde starts landing big uppercuts.
That hurts, Garrett.
Oh, big shots. Referee Mike England right on top of the action. Anthony Garrett has to do something, cannot. Mike England stops that contest.
Uhde landed a huge right hand uppercut. They got in a clinch. It was a big right uppercut. That was the beginning of the end for Anthony Garrett.
What hands they're coming out of Matt Uhde. Again, showing them right now, maybe age isn't all that.
Not when you have power like Matt Uhde.
Both of them immediately come out just absolutely running here as we go to our instant replay. Uppercuts upon uppercuts. Absolutely drops Anthony Garrett.
Exactly, 2 big uppercuts. The second one dropped Anthony Garrett, and he just shelled up. You have to intelligently defend yourself. Those punches were kind of off the ear, side of the head. He had his arm there, but just putting your arm up and getting hit isn't intelligently defending yourself. Great job by referee Mike England to stop that fight.
This is a big win here for Matt Uhde, who had been riding a bit of a losing streak. Very nice to get back on the winning track here tonight. That always has to feel good after a couple losses to get a big just demolishing win like that.
Absolutely. You know, as far as I'm concerned, the less time I spend in that cage and get a win, the better.
Absolutely. So let's send it up to the cage to Stephen Bear to give us our final results.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has ended 19 seconds of round number 1. Your winner by knockout out of the blue corner, Matt Uhde.
The big hands of Matt Uhde were the story of this contest.
100%. They got clinched up. He started firing off uppercuts, landed 2 big uppercuts. The second one dropped Garrett. That was the beginning of the end.
What action we have had so far, and we have our main portion of the card coming up. So we still have a lot of action, and it's going to be coming back in just a little bit as we take a break right here at Shamrock Fighting Championships.